Greetings, seekers of truth and spiritual understanding. What if I told you that every financial struggle you've ever experienced was simply the result of a disconnection from the infinite cosmic library that holds the blueprint for unlimited abundance? The wealthiest and most prosperous individuals throughout history have accessed this hidden knowledge, while the masses remain trapped in artificial scarcity, unaware that prosperity is their divine birthright. You feel it, don't you? That persistent sensation that something isn't quite right with the way money flows or doesn't flow in your life. That nagging feeling that there must be something more, something deeper than what you've been taught about wealth creation. You work hard, you follow conventional financial advice, yet abundance seems to remain just beyond your grasp, like a mirage that disappears the closer you approach it. What you're experiencing isn't your failure. It's the result of deliberate programming designed to keep you disconnected from the universal prosperity codes embedded in the Akashic Records. These records, known by different names across ancient civilizations, from the Vedic seers of India to the mystery schools of Egypt, contain the energetic templates for manifestation that transcend the physical limitations of our three-dimensional reality. The financial institutions, educational systems, and media that shape our understanding of prosperity have systematically obscured these cosmic truths. They've reduced money to a purely material construct, severing its connection to the energetic fabric of creation. But today, right now, in this moment of cosmic alignment, you have the opportunity to pierce through the veil and reclaim your inherent abundance. In the next few minutes, you're about to discover why struggling with money is not just unnecessary, it's entirely unnatural. You'll learn how to directly access the Akashic prosperity codes that are already encoded within your energetic signature. You'll understand why conventional financial strategies often fail and how a simple shift in vibrational alignment can transform your relationship with abundance forever. This information comes not from modern economic theory, but from ancient wisdom traditions that understood the universe as a vast field of infinite potential. Traditions that recognized money as simply a physical manifestation of energetic exchange. What I'm about to share with you has transformed the lives of thousands who have discovered these principles, many of whom have experienced profound financial breakthroughs within days of applying these cosmic codes. If what I'm saying resonates with something deep within you, if you feel a stirring of recognition in your soul, then you are ready for this revelation. Join our community of awakened beings by subscribing to this channel now. Like this video to signal to the universe your readiness to receive abundance, and share it with others who are prepared to transcend financial limitation. Together, we are dismantling the matrix of lack and reclaiming our collective prosperity consciousness. The time for struggle is over. The era of effortless abundance has begun. What few people realize about money is that it's not fundamentally physical at all. It's vibrational. This hidden truth has been jealously guarded by those who understand the true nature of prosperity. Throughout the ages, in the deepest reality, beyond the illusion of material limitation, exists what ancient mystics called the Akashic field, a quantum information domain where all possibilities simultaneously exist. This field contains the energetic blueprint for every manifestation in our physical reality, including the flow of abundance. When you struggle financially, you're not experiencing a lack of money. You're experiencing a misalignment with the prosperity codes in the Akashic Records. These records aren't some metaphorical concept. They're a literal dimension of consciousness that quantum physicists are only now beginning to recognize through the zero-point field, the underlying energetic substrate of all reality. Modern science has finally caught up to what the ancient masters knew. We live in a universe of vibration, frequency, and resonance, and your current financial situation is nothing more than a physical manifestation of your vibrational alignment with these cosmic prosperity codes. Imagine for a moment A vast cosmic library where every possible reality exists as a specific vibrational frequency. In this infinite library, there exists a version of you already experiencing boundless prosperity, a you that never worries about bills, that lives in complete financial freedom, that contributes to humanity from a place of overflowing abundance. This version of you already exists in the Akashic field. The only difference between that reality and your current experience is your vibrational frequency, the energetic signature you're emanating into the universe. Think of it as tuning a radio. Right now, you may be tuned to the frequency of financial struggle, picking up the station that broadcasts limitation, scarcity, and lack. But just a slight adjustment of your energetic dial can tune you into the frequency of unlimited abundance that has been broadcasting all along. The prosperity channel didn't disappear. You were simply tuned to a different frequency. This is why some people seem to attract money effortlessly, while others struggle despite working twice as hard. They're not luckier or more deserving, they're simply better tuned to the Akashic prosperity frequency. The ancient Egyptians understood this principle through their concept of Ma'at, cosmic harmony and balance. The Vedic traditions called it Akasha, the primordial substance that permeates all space. The Hermetic philosophers knew it as the principle of mentalism. The all is mind, the universe is mental. These weren't just philosophical musings. They were precise technical descriptions of how reality operates at its most fundamental level. And they all point to the same revolutionary truth. Your financial reality is created in consciousness before it ever manifests in physical form. When you understand that money is fundamentally vibrational energy, seeking resonance with similar energy, everything changes. The struggle disappears, the anxiety dissolves. The feeling of swimming upstream transforms into floating effortlessly with the cosmic current of abundance that has been flowing toward you all along. This isn't positive thinking or wishful manifestation. It's quantum mechanics operating at the level of consciousness. I invite you to share in the comments below the moment you first realized that financial struggle wasn't your natural state. That precise instant when you sensed there might be a deeper reality beyond the apparent limitations of your bank account. Your awareness of this possibility is already the first step in realigning with the Akashic prosperity codes that are your birthright. Let us create a collective field of recognition that amplifies this awakening for everyone who watches this video. The second truth that has been hidden from you is that every financial transaction you've ever experienced was actually an energetic exchange before it was a physical one. The elite banking families who control the world's monetary system understand this principle intimately, which is why they've built elaborate systems to keep the masses focused on the physical representation of money rather than its energetic essence. When you understand the vibrational nature of prosperity, you'll never again be fooled by the illusion of physical limitation. In the higher dimensions where the Akashic Records exist, there is no concept of scarcity. Abundance flows freely, infinitely, without restriction. The only reason we experience limitation in our physical reality is because we've been conditioned to accept artificial boundaries on what's possible. These boundaries aren't real. They're programmed perceptions designed to keep you vibrating at a frequency of lack, preventing you from accessing your natural state of unlimited prosperity. Consider for a moment the symbolic representation of a tree. A mature oak can produce over 10,000 acorns in a single year, each containing the potential to become another magnificent tree. Does the oak worry about depleting its resources? Does it hoard its acorns, fearing there won't be enough energy to produce more? Of course not. The tree exists in perfect harmony with the universal flow of abundance, effortlessly creating from an inexhaustible source. This is the natural state of all creation, infinite generative potential expressing itself through endless variety and abundance. You, as a conscious extension of this same creative force, have been encoded with this identical pattern. Your natural state is one of overwhelming prosperity, of having not just enough, but more than enough, more than you could ever use, more than you could ever need. This surplus isn't meant to be hoarded, it's meant to flow through you, creating value wherever it goes, enriching both you and everyone your energy touches. This is the true meaning of wealth, not accumulation, but circulation, not possession, but flow. The Akashic prosperity codes operate through what quantum mystics call superposition, the ability to exist in multiple states simultaneously. In the quantum field, particles don't exist in fixed positions, but as waves of probability. Similarly, your financial reality isn't fixed. It exists as a wave of infinite potential until you collapse that wave through your observation, your expectation, your vibrational frequency. Each time you engage with money, whether earning, spending, saving, or investing, you're not just moving physical currency, you're directing quantum energy that responds instantly to your vibrational signature. What this means in practical terms is revolutionary. Your financial situation can transform not gradually over decades, but instantaneously, the moment you shift your energetic alignment. Just as water changes from solid to liquid to gas-based, on its vibrational frequency, your prosperity can transform its very nature when you raise your consciousness to resonate with the Akashic abundance codes. This isn't metaphorical, it's metaphysical in the most practical sense. The universe doesn't respond to what you want, it responds to who you are being vibrationally. The ancient Hawaiians understood this principle through their practice of Ho'oponopono, recognizing that our external reality is merely a reflection of our internal state. When you change your inner vibration, your outer circumstances must change to match it. This isn't wishful thinking. It's the fundamental law of resonant creation that governs all manifestation. Your financial reality is currently a perfect match to your vibrational offering. Change the offering, and the universe has no choice but to respond with a matching reality. If you're feeling the truth of what I'm sharing resonating in your being, I encourage you to take a moment right now to subscribe to this channel. By aligning yourself with this community of conscious creators, you're making a powerful energetic statement to the universe about your readiness to step into a new financial paradigm. Each time you click that subscribe button, like this video, or share it with others, you're sending ripples through the quantum field, creating a vibrational signature that says, I am ready to receive my unlimited abundance. This simple action is far more significant than you might realize. It's a declaration of your vibrational evolution. Now I'm about to reveal something that those who wish to keep you in financial bondage have desperately tried to conceal: the existence of specific vibrational codes that directly access the prosperity templates in the Akashic Records. These aren't mystical abstractions, but precise energetic gateways that, when properly activated, realign your consciousness with the infinite abundance that is your natural state. What the financial elite doesn't want you to know is that these codes are already encoded in your DNA, waiting to be activated through conscious intention. The ancients understood these activations through sacred geometries, sound frequencies, and light codes. The flower of life pattern found in Egyptian temples, the Fibonacci sequence observed throughout nature, the Sanskrit mantras of Vedic tradition. These weren't decorative or philosophical concepts, but actual technologies designed to recalibrate human consciousness to specific vibrational frequencies. The prosperity codes function in precisely the same way, creating resonant gateways between your physical experience and the infinite abundance of the Akashic field. Imagine your consciousness as a complex geometric pattern, a unique energetic signature that broadcasts your vibrational state into the quantum field. When this signature harmonizes with the Akashic prosperity codes, you become like a tuning fork, perfectly matched to the frequency of abundance. Money, resources, opportunities, and connections begin flowing to you not because you're chasing them, but because you've become energetically aligned with their natural current. The struggle disappears because you're no longer swimming against the universal tide of prosperity. You've become one with it. The first step in activating these codes is recognizing that your current financial situation is nothing more than crystallized consciousness, thought energy that has solidified into physical experience through the law of resonance. Every dollar in your bank account, every debt on your balance sheet, every financial opportunity or challenge in your life is a perfect mirror reflecting your prosperity consciousness back to you. This isn't to assign blame, it's to recognize the incredible power you possess to transform your reality by shifting your vibrational offering. The process begins with what quantum healers call pattern interruption, consciously disrupting the habitual energetic signatures that have created your current financial reality. When you catch yourself vibrating at the frequency of lack, worry, or limitation around money, you must immediately interrupt that pattern, not through positive thinking or affirmations, but through a fundamental shift in your energetic state. This is accomplished through what I call the Akashic prosperity breathing technique, a precise method of consciously directing life force energy to activate the dormant abundance codes in your energetic system. As you inhale, visualize golden light from the quantum field entering through your crown chakra, flowing down your spine and pooling in your solar plexus, the energetic center of personal power and manifestation. Hold this breath briefly as you feel the golden energy amplifying, activating the dormant prosperity codes in your cellular memory. As you exhale, visualize this activated energy expanding outward through your auric field, recalibrating your vibrational signature to match the frequency of unlimited abundance in the Akashic Records. With each breath, you're literally reprogramming your energetic DNA, shifting from scarcity consciousness to prosperity consciousness at the quantum level. What makes this technique so powerful is that it bypasses the conscious mind, the part of you that has been programmed with limiting beliefs about money, and works directly with your quantum energy field. You don't need to believe it works for it to transform your financial reality. You only need to practice it consistently, allowing the activated codes to gradually rewrite your energetic blueprint until prosperity becomes your default state. This isn't manifestation as most understand it. It's direct manipulation of the quantum field through conscious breath and intention. I'd like you to take a moment right now to share in the comments what patterns you've noticed in your financial life, what recurring situations, challenges, or limitations seem to follow you regardless of external circumstances. By bringing these patterns into conscious awareness, you've already begun the process of dissolving them. Your recognition creates a quantum space where new possibilities can emerge. Together, we're creating a field of heightened consciousness that makes these activations even more powerful for everyone participating in this awakening. What I'm about to share now represents one of the most profound secrets of wealth creation. Throughout human history, a secret that explains why some individuals seem to manifest financial breakthroughs with seemingly miraculous timing, while others remain trapped in cycles of lack despite their best efforts. This revelation concerns the nature of time itself and how it relates to your prosperity consciousness. The truth is that time is not linear but holographic, with all possible financial timelines existing simultaneously in the quantum field. Your current experience is simply the timeline you've tuned into through your vibrational frequency. The ancient Mayans understood this principle through their sophisticated calendar systems, not as methods of marking linear time, but as maps of energetic frequencies flowing through our reality. The I Ching of ancient China was similarly a system for navigating these quantum possibilities. What these wisdom traditions recognized is that your financial future isn't fixed. It's a probabilistic wave function that collapses into specific experiences based on your energetic resonance. At every moment, infinite financial timelines are available to you, ranging from abject poverty to unimaginable wealth. The timeline you experience depends entirely on which frequency you're broadcasting. Imagine for a moment that your life is like a television with infinite channels. On one channel, you're struggling financially, working harder for diminishing returns. On another channel, you're comfortably affluent, but still trading time for money. On yet another channel, you're experiencing effortless abundance, with money flowing to you through multiple streams that require minimal direct effort. All of these channels are broadcasting simultaneously. The channel you experience as your reality isn't determined by external factors, but by the frequency your consciousness is tuned to. The process I call prosperity timeline shifting involves consciously choosing to tune into a financial timeline where abundance is already your reality. This isn't wishful thinking or visualization. It's a precise energetic technology that alters which quantum possibilities collapse into your experience. When properly implemented, this technique can create what appears to be miraculous financial synchronicities, unexpected opportunities, surprising windfalls, inspired ideas that lead to prosperity. Not because you're getting lucky, but because you've shifted to a timeline where these events are the natural order. The first step in this process is to recognize that all timelines exist simultaneously in the quantum field, including timelines where you're already experiencing the financial abundance you desire. Your task isn't to create these timelines, they already exist, but to shift your consciousness to match their frequency. This is accomplished through what the ancient mystery schools called living from the end, stepping so fully into the emotional and energetic experience of your desired financial reality that your consciousness cannot distinguish between what you currently perceive and what you desire to experience. Each morning, when you first wake up, and each evening before you sleep, the times when the veil between your conscious and subconscious mind is thinnest, spend 5 minutes in a state of complete embodiment of your desired financial reality. Feel the emotional texture of absolute financial freedom. Experience the peace of knowing all your needs are abundantly met. Sense the joy of being able to contribute generously to causes you care about. Allow your entire being to resonate with the frequency of this reality so completely that your nervous system cannot distinguish between visualization and experience. You're not pretending. You're tuning into a timeline that already exists in the quantum field. What makes this practice different from standard visualization techniques is its foundation in quantum physics rather than psychology. You're not trying to motivate yourself to take different actions. You're literally shifting which version of financial reality your consciousness perceives from the infinite array of possibilities existing simultaneously in the Akashic field. The external changes follow automatically because you've changed which channel you're tuned to, not because you've altered the content of the channels themselves. The financial elite who have passed down these secrets through generations understand that time is not what we've been taught. They know that fortune can change in an instant, not through random chance, but through conscious resonance with specific prosperity timelines. This explains why those who seem to have good luck with money continue to attract favorable circumstances regardless of economic conditions, while those trapped in scarcity consciousness struggle even in abundant environments. It's not about external circumstances, but internal resonance. If you've been feeling the profound truth in what I'm sharing, take a moment right now to subscribe to this channel, like this video, and share it with others who are ready for this level of prosperity consciousness. By doing so, you're not just supporting the spread of this knowledge, you're making an energetic declaration to the universe about which timeline you're choosing to experience. You're signaling your readiness to step fully into the abundant reality that has been waiting for you all along. The moment you make this choice is the moment your financial transformation begins. This fifth revelation strikes at the very core of how money functions in our physical reality while revealing its true nature in higher dimensions. What you haven't been told is that every financial transaction, every exchange of currency, every payment received, every investment made creates a specific signature in the quantum field that either amplifies or diminishes your prosperity frequency. Most people unconsciously generate prosperity diminishing signatures with their transactions, unknowingly programming themselves for continued financial limitation with each dollar they exchange. The ancient merchants of Babylonia, who created some of the earliest sophisticated financial systems, understood this principle through their practice of sacred commerce. They recognized that the energy with which money is exchanged matters far more than the amount. The Vedic tradition similarly understood this through the concept of dakshina, the sacred offering that magnifies in value based on the consciousness with which it's given. These weren't merely cultural or religious practices, but precise technologies for programming the quantum field of prosperity. Think of every dollar you spend or receive as a messenger carrying your energetic signature into the universe. When you pay a bill with resentment, anxiety, or a sense of loss, you're programming that energy with instructions to create more experiences that evoke those same emotions. When you receive money with a sense of unworthiness, surprise, or the belief that it's not enough, you're telling the quantum field to manifest more situations that reinforce those feelings. Each transaction is a vote for the financial reality you wish to experience, yet most people cast these votes unconsciously, wondering why their financial situation never improves. The secret to transforming your financial reality lies in what I call conscious transaction alchemy, the practice of infusing every financial exchange with prosperity consciousness, regardless of the amount or nature of the transaction. This begins with a fundamental shift in how you perceive money itself, not as a scarce resource that you gain or lose, but as sacred energy that flows through you as a conduit, blessing everyone it touches through your consciousness. When you pay a bill, rather than focusing on the money leaving your account, experience yourself as circulating prosperity through the economic ecosystem, knowing that this same energy will return to you multiplied. Literally, visualize the payment as a golden stream of light flowing in a circular pattern that always returns to its source. You say to yourself, "This money flows through me, not from me. I am the source, not the money. As I circulate this prosperity, it multiplies and returns to me in even greater abundance." Similarly, when you receive money, whether through income, gifts, returns on investments, or unexpected windfalls, resist the unconscious urge to diminish its significance or worry about its impermanence. Instead, greet each dollar as a conscious emissary from the universe, responding to your prosperity frequency. Literally say, "Thank you for responding to my prosperity consciousness. Your arrival proves that I am in perfect alignment with the Akashic abundance codes. I welcome you as evidence of the infinite supply that constantly flows to me." What makes this practice so transformative is that it reprograms your entire relationship with the energy of money at the quantum level. Each transaction becomes not just an economic exchange, but a spiritual practice, a conscious molding of the quantum field of prosperity. Over time, as you infuse thousands of transactions with this elevated consciousness, your entire financial reality begins to transform. The struggle disappears because you've removed the unconscious resistance to the natural flow of abundance. This principle explains why two people can engage in identical financial activities, yet experience wildly different results. The outer actions may be the same, but the quantum signatures they're creating with each transaction are worlds apart. One is unconsciously programming limitation with each dollar exchanged, while the other is consciously encoding prosperity into the quantum field. The universe doesn't respond to what you do. It responds to the consciousness with which you do it. I'd like to ask you to share in the comments below one specific financial transaction that you've been approaching with negative energy, whether it's paying a particular bill, receiving a certain type of income, or making a regular purchase. By bringing this unconscious pattern into awareness, you've already begun the process of transformation. Remember, what remains unconscious controls you. What becomes conscious empowers you. Together, we're creating a field of heightened financial consciousness that benefits everyone participating in this awakening. What you've discovered throughout this journey isn't simply a set of financial techniques or manifestation strategies. It's a complete recalibration of your relationship with the cosmic forces that govern abundance in our universe. The 5 prosperity codes we've explored: the Akashic Field of Infinite Abundance, the Vibrational Currency Exchange, the Akashic Prosperity Activation, the Prosperity Timeline Shift, and the Quantum Field of Infinite Transactions, aren't separate principles, but interconnected aspects of a singular truth: that you are already encoded with unlimited prosperity at the level of consciousness, and that your financial reality is simply a reflection of your vibrational alignment with this truth. When you integrate these 5 codes into your daily existence, you're not just changing your financial situation, you're fundamentally transforming your experience of reality itself. The distinction between the material and the spiritual dissolves. The separation between financial life and spiritual life disappears. Money becomes not just a tool for physical exchange, but a conscious extension of your spiritual energy, a tangible manifestation of your connection to the infinite field of possibilities in the Akashic Records. What makes these principles so revolutionary is that they operate regardless of external economic conditions. In times of recession, inflation, market volatility, or financial uncertainty, those who understand and apply the Akashic Prosperity Codes continue to experience abundance because they're drawing from a different source, not the limited supply of the physical economy, but the unlimited potential of the quantum field. They've transcended the illusory constraints of the 3-dimensional financial system and tapped into the true source of all prosperity, consciousness itself. This is why the wealthy elite have guarded these secrets so jealously throughout human history, because they recognize that true financial freedom can never be controlled by external systems when individuals awaken to their innate prosperity consciousness. The banking institutions, financial markets, and monetary policies that seem so powerful lose their grip the moment you realize that they operate only at the level of effects, while you have access to the level of cause, the quantum level where reality is created before it ever manifests in physical form. Implementing these codes doesn't require you to abandon your current financial activities or to withdraw from the conventional economy. Rather, it invites you to infuse every aspect of your financial life, your career, investments, spending, saving, and giving with this elevated consciousness. Continue to take inspired actions in the physical world, but do so from this new energetic foundation. The results will appear magical to others, but will be perfectly natural to you because you understand the quantum mechanics of prosperity. The transformation doesn't happen all at once, though the shifts can sometimes be dramatic and sudden. More often, it unfolds as a progressive awakening, periods of accelerated abundance followed by integrative phases where your consciousness expands to accommodate your new financial reality. Trust this process. The universe never gives you more than your consciousness can sustainably hold. As your prosperity consciousness expands, so too will your manifest abundance in perfect divine timing. This knowledge comes with profound responsibility. As you step into this heightened state of prosperity consciousness, you become a living transmission of these codes for everyone in your energetic field. Your very presence activates dormant prosperity codes in those around you. Your financial empowerment becomes not just a personal victory, but a service to collective evolution. This is the true meaning of wealth. Not how much you accumulate, but how powerfully your abundance consciousness radiates into the world, elevating everyone it touches. The time for struggle is over. The era of artificial scarcity is ending. A new financial paradigm is being born on our planet. One where prosperity flows not from institutions, but from consciousness. Not from external permission, but from internal alignment. Not from competition for limited resources, but from co-creation with infinite potential. You're not just a witness to this transformation, you're an integral part of it. Your awakening to these prosperity codes contributes to the critical mass of consciousness that is ushering in this new reality for all humanity. If this message has activated something deep within you, if you can feel the resonance of truth vibrating in your being, then take these final actions not just as practical steps, but as sacred declarations to the universe. Subscribe to this channel to join a community of awakened beings who are anchoring this new prosperity paradigm on Earth. Like this video to amplify its energetic signature in the collective field. Share it with others who are ready for this level of financial liberation. And most importantly, begin implementing these codes today, knowing that the moment you shift your consciousness is the moment your reality begins to transform. And if you're ready to go even deeper into the mysteries of consciousness manifestation, the video appearing on your screen now will take you to the next level, revealing how to apply these same quantum principles not just to finances but to every aspect of your reality creation. Your journey into unlimited abundance has only just begun.